Good morning, my dear students. I am fine and I hope that all of you will be fine. We have already completed exercise 9.2. We have studied ratio and proportion. Today we are going to read new topic, that is direct and inverse proportion. First, we will see direct proportion. When an increase or decrease in one quantity and there will be corresponding increase and decrease in another quantity, then we say it is in direct proportion. For example, suppose we are having 5 pens. Cost of 5 pens given 20 rupees. We have to write cost of 10 pens. Surely we will write 40 rupees. From here we observe that there is increase in number of pens and there is corresponding increase in cost of pens, means the number of pens increased by 2 times and the cost also, the number of pens increased by 2 times, 5 into 2, 10 pens, and the cost also increased by 2 times, 20 into 2, 40 rupees. So we can say here there is increase in one quantity and corresponding increase in another quantity. So it is an example of direct proportion. Another example of decrease. Suppose we are having 4 pencils and cost of 4 pencils we have 10 rupees. Then we have 2 pencils and cost of 2 pencils when we calculate it will come 5 rupees. We are observing here, if the number of pencils decreases, the cost also decreases. Clear? So here the number of pencils is corresponding term for pencil, cost we have written. So cost is also decreasing. So these two are examples of direct proportion. Okay, so we can say that when an increase or decrease in one quantity results in a corresponding increase or decrease in the second quantity, we say that the two quantities are in direct variation or direct proportion. With these examples, it is clear to you? Another example I take. Suppose 1 dozen egg cost is rupees 160. Then 2 dozen eggs surely you will say 2 times this one, 320. So we observe one quantity, that is number of eggs becomes twice here, then the cost also becomes twice. So there is increase in one quantity and corresponding increase in write the examples of direct variation or direct proportion. To solve the questions of this type, we write the four quantities given 1, 2, 3 and 4 in a proportion, direct proportion. How? So see with an example how question to come to you to solve. With the help of ratio. With the help of ratio and proportion you have to solve. Question given to you is example. If 12 pens cost is ₹48, find the cost of cost of 6 pens. You have solution like this. We will write pen here, means number of pens. Number of pens, and this side we will write cost. Now 12 pens cost is 48. So 12, 48. Then 6 pens cost we have to find. 6 pens here cost not given. Now we are going to solve by using ratio and proportion. So add, just now we have studied direct proportion. So similar quantity we write in ratio. So we can write from here is to 6 proportion 48 is 2. It is not given. So let the cost of pens, 6 pens will be X. Let cost of 6 pens is rupees X. So we can put here X. Now we have to find the fourth proportional. These quantities are in proportion. You have studied the product of extreme is equal to product of, means when the given quantities are in proportion. So here we write product of extremes. Product of extremes. What will be product? 12 into X. So it will become 12X. You can write here also 12 into X, it will become 12X. Now product of means. Into 48. 6 into 48. We know that product of extremes is equal to product of means. So we can write, we know product of extremes is equal to product of means. So we can write 12x is equal to 6 into 48, and this implies x is equal to 6 into 48 divided by 12. We know 12 4 ja 48, and now we have 6 into 4, 24. Therefore, we can write the cost of 6 pence is equal to 10. Cost of 6 pence is equal to rupees 24, and this is the required answer. So we can solve this kind of problem with the help of ratio and proportion, and this is the case of direct variation or direct proportion. As you are seeing, the number of pence decreases half. Here it was 12 and now it is coming 6, so half. So cost also decreased by half. So here is 48 and now we have 24. So this is the case of direct variation or direct proportion. Now we will read inverse proportion or inverse variation. I hope you understood direct proportion or direct variation. Now I am going to erase it. We will see inverse variation or inverse proportion. Now we will need inverse proportion. When there is an increase or decrease in one quantity and corresponding decrease and increase. For increase there is decrease, and for decrease there is increase in another quantity, then this type of problems considered under inverse variation, or we can say it is inversely proportional. How? See the example. If 12 men can do a piece of work in 8 days, 12 men can do a piece of work in 8 days, then 6 men can do such work in how many days? As you are seeing here, number of men is 12, then work they will complete in 6, 8. And if their number becomes 6, then how many days they will take to complete the work? More days. They will take more days to complete the work, because number of men is decreasing, so number of days will be increased. So it will be 16 days. How it comes? We will see the example, then you will understand. Means if it is decreasing by half, one quantity decreasing by half, then another quantity increasing by 2 times. Means this is the case of an indirect variation or inverse variation. So we can say that when an increase in one quantity results in decrease in another quantity or vice versa. Means one quantity is decreasing, then another quantity is increasing. Clear? Or 24 men can do the piece of work. So as the number of men increase, the number of days will be decreased. 4 days. So as this quantity increased by 2 times, this quantity increased by 1 by 2 times. So we can say that there is increase in one quantity, corresponding decrease in another quantity. There is increase in one quantity and corresponding decrease in another quantity, or vice versa, means there is decrease in one quantity and corresponding increase in another quantity, then this is the case of an inverse variation. Let us see with the example how to solve this type of problem. I am taking the example. If 8 men can finish a work in 12 days, how many men can finish the same work, in 6 days. Question mark here. So we will write the solution like this. Here I am writing men, here I am writing days. So 8 men we have and work they are completing in 12 days. Again, we don't know the number of men here, but work is going to be completed in 6 days. From here, you can say directly that when 8 men we had, they were completing work in 12 days, and now work is going to be completed in 6 days. So number of men will be increased or decreased? Surely the number of men will be increased. Means if we have more number of men, they can finish the work in less number of days. So this is the case of an inverse variation. Okay. And now how will we solve this type of question? We will write, let the number of men be x. Let the number of men be x. Then we can write here x. And now we write these ones in inverse variation, means 8 by, now we write x is 8 into x proportion. Inversely, this will come up and this will come down. 6 is to 12. Earlier we writing this by this and this by this. That is the case of direct proportion. Now we are having the case of inverse proportion. So we write x is to x proportion to 6 is to 12, since it is the case of an inverse variation. And now again we have the product of extremes is equal to product of means. So here I am not writing that one, I am directly writing the product of x means here 6s is equal to product of extremes 8 into 12, and this implies that x is equal to 8 into 12 by 6. 6 to the 12 and 8 to the 16. Thus 16 men can finish the work in 6 days. This is the required answer. I hope you understood in verse variation also. Now you have questions. Few questions means only 5 questions in exercise 9.3. So it will be your homework. So your homework is, there are writing your homework. Exercise 9.3. Thank you.